Hello, welcome to Business News. I am Frank Omalapen. Here are some of the reports we're filing now. The federal government may deduct at least 2.4 trillion naira from the Federation accounts of 405,000 naira cash palliative that will be handed over to 40 million poor Nigerians after the fuel subsidy has been removed next year. It was learned that the list of poor Nigerians on the federal government's National Social Register has surpassed 42 million and may top 43 million by December, implying that the figure to be expended on the subsidy palliative may hit 2.58 trillion naira in 1 year, according to the statement issued by the Finance Minister. 5,000 palliative will be sourced from FAAC allocations. FAAC, which is headed by the Minister of Finance, comprises of commissioners of finance from the 36 states and representatives of revenue-generating agencies. These revenue-generating agencies are expected to remit a specific and specified amount of the revenue to the Federation account, which will be disbursed among the three tiers of government. Away from there, now Nigerian airlines are beginning to count their huge financial losses in the maintenance of aircraft engines that are adversely affected by the bird strike during operations. They said they spend millions of dollars every year to repair or replace engines damaged by bird strike. The managing director of Aero Contractors, Captain Abdullahi Mahmoud, stated that although bird strike is a natural phenomenon, the airport management could control its effect as it strikes aircraft most often during takeoff or landing, which means it happens in the airspace around the airport. And now the federal government yesterday announced that the OML 29 oil spill in Nimbin, Bayelsa State had been brought under control with necessary personnel and equipment deployed to begin recovery and remediation efforts. This is coming more than 3 weeks after the eruption that affected several communities in the state. Minister of Environment Sharon Ikeazo made the disclosure at the weekly ministerial press briefing organized at the State House in Abuja. In the same vein, Minister of State for Petroleum Timipre Silva, who spoke about his visit to the host community for on-spot assessment of the impacted area, had assured that he would produce a report after the inspection, which will be submitted to President Muhammadu Buhari for immediate action. And now, expert has emphasized the role of the insurance sector in the development of the construction and housing sector in Nigeria. According to Omolola Adefiye, the role of the insurance sector may be limited in the housing compared to other sectors, but remain very significant to the sector. According to Adefiye, a building project requires professional indemnity assurance, which provides guarantees for the project in case of any loss. Adefiye spoke earlier on our flagship program, Business Breakfast.
I would say the role we have to play is very minimal compared to the other sectors, other industry involved in everything that it takes to put a building in place. Now, for example, someone who will be given a contract, to get a building up is supposed to have a professional indemnity insurance. Now, what does professional indemnity insurance mean? It means I'm a professional at what I do, and I'm assuring you I'm going to give you just the best. But should in case I fall short of this, you can always go back to my insurance. Now, so many people don't have this cover, and so many people give out contracts without even asking for this cover. So that's where it starts getting wrong. Now, for every building to be put in place, there are certain other insurances that are expected to be in place. Sometimes you need to have the builder's liability. Sometimes you need to have the contractor's all risks. There are different insurances that cover different stages of building. And it is always important that you're the owner of the project, before you give out that project to any contractor, that you require such to have that documentation. But most time this is not asked, and because it's not asked, contractors, engineers go to work without having the necessary documentation, and so because they don't have that, they can always toy with the materials.
And on the international scene, the crude oil market traded in mixed positions as some of the crude products closed positive while others closed bearish. Brent crude closed with a 0.21% decline to $82.27 per barrel, while West Texas Intermediate closed at $78.39 per barrel, representing a 0.14% decline. Meanwhile, natural gas gained 2% to close at $5.068, while Bonny Light gained 2.14% to close at $80.84 per barrel. The OPEC-backed circuit, however, lost 1.77% to close at $70.09 per barrel. Other Nigerian crude brands, River and Kwa Ibom, both gained 4.58% to close at $80, 0.2% per barrel. The decline in the market comes as the U.S. administration announced that it will make 50 million barrels of oil available from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve as a move to lower the price of oil. Well, and that's it in business news at this time. Many thanks for watching. I am Frank Omalape. It's back to you now, Michael.